So now the last session, conclusion of syllabus, in that application of life skill. In this session, we are going to see about self-awareness, effective communication, etiquette, interpersonal skill, presentation skills, empathy, managing self and stress-free living, time management, stress management, emotions, thinking and decision making, team building and conflict management. So this contents are included all the basic requirements of life skill from the unit 1 to unit 4. So the session is what conclusion of all the syllabus. So we are going to talk about what are the important life skill measures we require for our day-to-day life. So the previous session we have seen role plays dipped in a real life scenario. Okay, so that is over. Now we have to see about what are the factors required for self and enriching ability. So what are the factors we require for enriching the our ability? So individual ego. So every individual, they want to do what they want to. They have a wish to enrich themselves or develop themselves. Okay, so it is called as what? Developing self and enrich ability. So what is required? It is required changes in ourselves. It is required changes in ourselves, and we want dynamics system in our behavior. So that is called as what? Developing self and enriching ability. So in that first one, we should have about self-awareness. What is self-awareness? So knowing ourselves is called as what? Self-awareness. So in this, we have to understand about the current behavior and what is the negatives and what is the positive, all those things. So that will be included in what? Self-awareness. So self-awareness is having clear perceptions of your personality, including thoughts, beliefs, motivation and emotions. So it is an ability to someone to identify themselves, to separate from the environment they are in. So the conscious knowledge about the own character and feeling is called as what? Self-awareness. Effective communication. So another part is what? Effective communication. Communication is an important tool for develop ourselves. The body language, our feelings, our thoughts, all these things comes under effective communication. So the communication is what? There are two types. The communication includes two persons, sender and receiver. Sender is what? Who sends the messages, and receiver who receives the messages. So these two persons, they have to understand what the sender is saying and what is the receiver is receiving. So it is called as what? Effective communication. Etiquette in the sense a set of rules and regulations. Each individual, they have to follow when they are mingle with the society. So that set of rules and regulations called as what? Etiquette. So every individual, they have to follow the rules and regulations and practices at the time of mingling in the society. So it also affects social behavior, and social behavior factors. It's called as etiquette. Interpersonal skill. Interpersonal skills are the skill we have to communicate and interact with others, both the individuals and other groups. They include communication skills such as listening and effective speaking and ability to control and manage the emotions. It is no exaggeration to say that interpersonal skills are the foundation of success in their life. Okay, the people with the strong interpersonal skills tend to be able to work well with other people, including the teams or groups, formally, the informally. They communicate effectively with others, whether the family or friends or colleagues, customer or client, whatever, that better relationship they have to maintain. It is called as what? Interpersonal skill. Presentation skill. It is nothing but the skill we know delivering effective and engaging presentation to a variety of audience. These skills cover a variety of areas such as structure of your presentation, the design of sides and the tone of your voice and the body language and you convey. It is properly structure your presentation to overcome the nervousness and to develop powerful body language to use visual aids effectively. And empathy. Empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another beings to be experienced within their frame of references. So managing self and stress-free living, stress weakness or emotional state as well as physical health. It narrow your ability to think clearly, function effectively, and also enjoy the life. Effective stress management helps to break the hold stress in the life, so you can also have a healthy and more productive time management. It is a process of planning and controlling how much time to spend on the specific activity. A good time management enables the individual to complete more in a shorter period of time, lowers and stress and the leads to the career success. Time management and time logs. Time log is a simple device to track where your time is going. That is where the time is lagging. It is called as what? Time lagging. So where you are spending more time, so that area is called as what? Time lag. It is regularly running the time log allows the precious where the time log is going. Determine how you are spending your time, identify the waste time, become better at estimating how long task will take you to complete, make better use of your leisure time, come up with strategies to make a better time, and measure the results to your efforts to become a more productive. Urgency and important matrix. An urgent important matrix is a simple but effective tool for prioritizing your to do the best thing in the level of urgency. So in the level of urgency, which activity you have to do in first order, what is the preferences you are giving, it is called as what? Urgency and important matters. The urgent important analysis helps you to rapidly identify the activities that you should focus on along with the ones it challenge or role or habitual activities and allow you to regain control of your environment and external demands rather than allow them to control you. By filtering our busy activities that provides minimal value to long-term goals, you free up for the time to manner. Okay, next, stress management. Stress management is the that is it we relieves with stress. It is like a pressure on our mind. It is called as for stress. Stress is a mental tension and demanding, taxing or burdening our circumstances. Our circumstances ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇದು burden ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Whenever we stress, the hormone called as cortisol, it is released in our bloodstream and suppressing the function of our immune and digestive and reproductive systems. It is important to practice stress management in order to keep our minds in body and health. Emotions is a mental and psychological state associated with a wide variety. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. It is a predetermined sense of subjective well-being and appear to play the central role in many human activities. There are two types of emotions, the negative and the positive. So negative emotions we have to reduce it, and positive we have to construct it in our day-to-day lives. It's called as what? Emotions. Next is thinking and decision making. So the decision making comes when we are going or when we are taking part in good thinking. The good thinking is what? It gives a good decision making. It is a process of problem solving method. So critical thinking is one of the basic decisions making, solving the problems in techniques. So what is critical decision in the sense that what are the problems will be there that we are going to solve in a technical basis. It's called as what? Critical thinking. So the students the complex rapidly changes in world which they will be required to absorb new ideas, examine and interpret information, apply knowledge and solve unconventional problems. To deal with the information explosion of needs to develop systematic ways of thinking and reasoning. Critical thinking skill will be essential. Team building. The purpose of team building activities is to motivate your people to work together to develop their strength and to address any weakness. So team building is exercised to encourage collaboration rather than competition. So team building is an action or a process of causing a group of people to work together effectively in a team, especially by means of activities, events designed to increase motivation and to promote cooperation. So team building is the most important investment in the people. So the build trust, migrates conflict, encourage communication, and increases collaboration. Next is conflict management. Conflict management is it occurs when individuals or groups are not obtaining what they need or what they are seeking in their own self-interest. Okay, it would be better to identify conflict at an early stage and come to an understanding. Conflict management is the process of limiting the negative aspects of conflict while increasing the positive aspects of conflict. The main aim of conflict management is to enhance learning and grouping outcomes including effectiveness or performance in a team setting. Conflict resolution involves reduction, elimination, termination of all forms of and types of conflict. Conflict management involves acquiring skills related to conflict resolution, self-awareness, and conflict modes, conflict communication skills, etc. So in this session we are going to conclude this. Life skill abilities is very adaptive and positive behavior that we included. So every challenges what we have to do is we have to adopt in our day-to-day life. Adaptive means the person should have a flexibility adjusting according to the situation. It helps in the motivating, providing practical and cognitive and emotional and social self-management skill for life adjustment. It is required.